get myself into the light here, and I forgot to fill my water bottle slash professional video studio with water, and it just about fell off the table. There it goes. Yeah, that's not good. It's do I got something to set behind that? Maybe. Yeah, the joys of professional videography. Yeah, I happen to have a bottle of hornet spray because I had an issue with hornets here at some point. Let's see if I um, set that up. This will work. What the hell? Yeah. Well, I apologize, but I think I need to. Yeah. My studio. This might be a little bit better. Get out of the sun here. Um, all right. So, I don't know if I'll get anybody watching at this in the middle of the day like this. I'm just trying. It's Saturday. I figured, hopefully y'all are got something better to do than watch some geezer on a boat read tarot cards on a Saturday afternoon. But if not, I'll do my darndest to make it entertaining. And there is a boat that is anchored in a very inappropriate spot. They don't have enough scope to the boat next to them. We're safe. They're safe from me, but they came in a bit ago and they were anchored out where the launches travel at high speeds. So yeah, I don't think they're going to be there long. I had some buffoon anchor almost right on top of me one time we were in the Florida Keys, and he had just bought this giant boat, his first boat. He'd never had a sailboat before. And he came in, I was getting prepared for a storm that was coming in. We were having like 55 knot winds. And I was down in the uh, galley cooking dinner, and all of a sudden my boat just rocked, and he'd anchored right on top of me, and he'd he kind of like that guy over there is just next to the boat next to him, and he had uh, hit my boat. Well, I had my tender tied up on the side of my boat, and fortunately that caught his boat. It was a big boat. It was like a 52 foot. What he bought a boat like that for his first boat, I don't know. I mean, big boat, little boat, it really doesn't matter that much. But it's good to learn on something like a 23 foot or 26 foot or something before you go into something larger, a liveaboard. Anyway, it was interesting. I'll finish that story some other time. He had adventures that weekend. He ended up selling his boat. He just bought it like 2 days earlier, and he ended up selling it 2 days later. So, today's reading is not about boats. It's about David Cameron. Forget about him. Is kind of related. Keir Starmer is facing a vote of no confidence in British Parliament, and it's coming from his own party. His own party wants to shit can him, and it is not looking so good for Mr. Starmer. He might be looking for a job this time on Monday. Hi, what's up? Where are you floating at? I'm floating in the ocean. I'm gay. Sorry, but why does Monique thinks I'm gay? I guess. Okay. I don't really think I trigger most people's gaydar, but um, play steal a brain rot admin abuse at 9 p.m. Okay, I will. Um, 9 p.m. What, Central? Mountain, Eastern? international dateline time. I don't know, gross meridian. Uh, so, is Starmer going to get the boot? Is he going to get sent packing? Um, I wonder if I did something here. Uh, I don't have a. I don't see my clock. Well, let's find out. I'll see it. Um, so, hi, brother. Yeah, hello to all of you. Thank you for watching. So, let's see what's going to happen. Is Starmer going to get shit canned? Is he going to be? Is he going to suffer the same political fate as the dead hog that brought down Cameron? Uh, which, just look it up. I mean, oral sodomy, I think, is the polite way to say it. Um, Yeah, let's see what's going to happen. So, what's going to happen to Keir Starmer? Is he going to be looking for a job this time on Tuesday? There's more going on in the EU too. So, we talked about this the last 2 or 3 days, but the shit show at the EU summit meeting didn't go well. It didn't end well. They ended up voting to pay for $90 billion to send to Ukraine themselves. And they were up to like 4 a.m. on Saturday morning trying to figure that out. So they got it sorted out, and they had they had it fell apart again. This deal, because they didn't decide who's going to pay the interest, because interest rates are going up. It's because the Japanese carry trade is unwinding, and free money disappeared. So they're going to have to pay a lot of money on interest on that, and the member nations aren't too happy about that. I mean, you've got with the shit show that's going on in Europe right now, you've got you're going to tell these people that you've just asked to send their children to die in a war against Russia and the Ukraine, and that you're going to have conscription in Germany and all this stuff, and then you're asking them to pay for it too with like additional taxes when they can hardly afford electricity. Yeah, so good luck with that, you ass clowns. But we're one particular ass clown is Keir Starmer. Is he going to get fired over the weekend? Will he have a job and a place to live at 10 Downing Street on Monday morning? Something's begun. Some process has begun. The situation is regarding a secure home life, overall situation. And it's going to involve a firm but compassionate decision that somebody's going to have to make that's going to sever some ties. And everything is built on an illusion. Nobody knows what's really happening because it's just basically it's a bunch of people pulling shit out of their ass and throwing it at the wall and hoping some of it sticks. And apparently not much of it is sticking at the moment. Oh, the overall, the current present moment, stab in the back. Well, yeah, I mean, Labor is voting to shit cans. Labor is bringing a vote of no confidence against its own prime minister. So the psychological future is rebirth. So yeah, I would say getting rid of Starmer would be a good way to start a rebirth, and it's going to be a battle. That's the future. The future is a battle, and they're going to be on unstable ground. They fear a compassionate leadership. They fear maybe the people fear they don't have that when they've got like the buffoon prime minister telling people they have to go die in send their children to die in a war against Russia because today the Ukraine, tomorrow the Isle of Man. I don't know what the hell. And astrological energies. That's they're crying over spilt milk. there's so much focus on what's been lost that they're missing what is there. And yeah, that makes sense. This is desires. How much is your boat? How much what? Work? It's a lot of work, I can tell you that. Um, it's more than you guys are paying me, but it's not as much as you'd think. How much? The let's see. That is perfecting your craft. They want to perfect their craft. They maybe want a leader that knows what the fuck, because it's been a while, since we had something like that. In the UK, uh, I was kind of out sailing. I was out in the ocean when what's his face was prime minister for like a month. Um, was it Jeremy Corbyn? Did he have a brief run? I mean, how many prime ministers have they had in the last freaking? Uh, uh, I don't know, since Cameron's, you know, orally sodomized the dead hog. A few. It's hard to keep track. It's shit. It's like a third world, and in a lot of ways, the UK is becoming like a third world country. And the final outcome is union. Huh? I wonder who's. That was weird. I got some kind of a note that didn't show up. Only me watching, man. You sharing UK politics. Well, at least you're watching. Appreciate it. Um, so so there's some kind of a divine union coming out of this. So there is some good in the UK's future. And I would say getting rid of Starmer would be a good start for getting something good going. So this modifies the fears. This is unfinished business. So yeah, there's plenty of that. I'd be afraid to. And this modifies the astrological energy. So something's coming up. Something is rising up in the future here. If something's coming up from like past subconscious trauma, it's like I don't know. I mean, I can't really, I wasn't a big fan of Thatcher, I got to say, because her and Reagan, I know that they get kind of worshipped, but her and Reagan started the whole globalist neoliberal agenda, and what's his name, Blair and Clinton perfected it. I mean, Blair and Clinton were just they came in under with a different flag and fought the same war and pretty much carried out what Reagan and Thatcher started, and that's what we're seeing collapse right now is the globalist neoliberal political world socio-economic world order that's where instead of production the economy is built on debt, and the only entities that really benefit from that are the banking cabal. um, so this modifies the final outcome. This is a cheap victory. So yeah, okay. Here's this story's making sense now. So what we got here, I think, is yeah, I think Starmer's toast. I think this isn't just a fork in his ass. This is 10 forks in his ass and turn him over because he's not even done. He's kind of rotted on the grill. He just needs to be composted, I guess, at this point. And but I do think something good can come of that for the British people. This from the British people. I think, but I don't know if it's going to be lasting. I think it's going to be a brief respite. Just like every what. However damn many prime ministers they've been through in recent years, I don't know, a dozen? Fuck. Jesus, need to have a whiteboard and keep a tally going. The But there's unfinished business that's holding them back. Oh, I actually screwed up. I apologize. This modifies the desires. This is a cheap victory. They want a cheap victory. They want to put something to work, but a cheap victory. This was the modification of the final outcome, and this is interesting. Hey, if y'all could give this a like when you're watching. I mean, if you're coming and watching, just push the little thumb button, and we'll see if we can, stick it to the screwheads. don't, if you don't want to, that's fine. Hit a dislike if you want. I'm okay with that. But for some reason, the screwheads don't like it when you like this, so I say do it. But here's the final outcome is divine union, and it's modified by judgment, and that makes a lot of sense. Are you retired and involved uh, as party member? I I don't know, retired. I'm a writer. I don't. I think being a writer, you retire is when you die, or you don't know the difference if you're alive or dead. Like say Joe Biden, shit your pants in the beaches in Normandy or whatever. But I don't know. Was he retired? Was the auto pen the president? But a party member. I don't know. Uh, I have one. I only believe. I don't really have beliefs. Joseph Campbell. What's his name? Guy. Bill Moyers asked Joseph Campbell, "What do you believe in?" And he told a story about uh, meeting a priest in but anyway, he goes, "I don't have belief. I have experience." And I would say I don't really believe in much. I mean, I, th- I think there's probably some kind of overarching energy in the world, and I believe there's something resembling fate, and maybe these cards are connected to it. Maybe they're not. Maybe it's just a bunch of demons just toying with me. I but If I have something close to a belief, it would be in alchemy. It would be in there's following natural law, and it boils down to this: own your personal sovereignty, be your own god, be your own Deus ex machina, and take responsibility for your life, and don't assign your personal sovereignty to anybody else. Don't let the hammerheads run your life. The Keir Starmers and the Margaret Thatchers or whatever, the Ronald Reagans. I don't care who it is. Own your personal sovereignty. Don't wait for some outside figure to swoop down from the heavens and save your dumbass. Um, and that's the first part. The second part is at least as important or more so. Don't impose on the personal sovereignty of anyone else. Uh, what don't do anything that imposes on other people's personal sovereignty. I'm very familiar with the occult, with ceremonial magic, like serious Thelema, Golden Dawn, OTO shit. I mean, Enochian magic. I'm very knowledgeable about it, but I have never practiced it. And the reason is, I'm not saying it's demonic. It's just very, very difficult to practice that and without imposing on the personal sovereignty of others. Let's take Victoria. She, as an example, she doesn't. I shouldn't do this too much, but I'll talking about myself. I mean, she's got work to do. She's got things she wants to accomplish in Norway. I would much prefer that she was out on the ocean with me all the time, and to the point. And but as it is, I'm working my way to Norway to be with her, and because I don't want what I want, which would be Victoria to be here on the boat with me, to impose on what's right for her, which is to be with her family and do the work she's doing and pursuing the path she's on in Norway. And I could probably like weasel my way into getting her to join me, but that would be imposing on her personal sovereignty, and I'm not going to do that. And ceremonial magic, all that kind of stuff is even a lot of like Wicca and that kind of shit. I don't mean to put it down. There's good to be had in everything, even Kabbalah and OTO, Golden Dawn stuff. You just have to be very careful not to impose on the personal sovereignty of others. That is the one unforgivable sin. Let's see. No need to think too much, bro. Enjoy yourself. Go fishing or something. You know what? I'm gonna go swimming. I haven't been swimming here because there's too many launches running by, and I like if I'm facing the other direction, so my ass end is behind, is towards the land, and then it's a little bit safer. But the area where right by my swim ladder and my sugar scoops is gets freaking launches flying through at high speed. You hear them sometimes. Um, you are right. You're right, man. Give each other. Oh yeah, thank you. I really like to see. Thank you. I really like if Sola better. I really enjoy reading your guys' comments. Thank you. And but I'll get back to the reading. And I've been keeping you long enough and indulging myself uh, um, in a very enjoyable conversation with you guys. Thank you. But this is modifying the final outcome. So what this is saying is people are going to get what they deserve. If the good people, the decent people, the people that own their personal sovereignty in the UK and don't impose on the personal sovereignty of everybody else, I think it's going to work out really well for them. I think it's going to be like this, a psychological rebirth. But I think the people that, I mean, government's job is to impose on your personal sovereignty to make you think you need government, really, you know. I don't know if I've said this before, but really what government does is create problems it can pretend to solve, and then so that when it pretends to solve them, it tricks you into thinking you need government to solve your problems. Problem they're having right now is they've created problems that have gotten out of hand that they can't control. They've lost control of the problems, and they're coming back to bite them in the ass. This is they've been stabbed in the back, but they stabbed themselves in the back. Keir Starmer, he did everything he could to get kicked out of office, basically doing what somebody told him to do, I'm sure, because he doesn't really seem like a goddamn brain surgeon, you know. Um, I hope he's gone by next year if I come through that way on my boat, because I'm going to need to stop and resupply. That's, you know, I guess you got to do what you got to do, right? Uh, um, to, you know, keep yourself fed on the boat. So enough of that. I guess that's I got the reading done. I've had far too much. Uh, I really like your guys' comment. It's paranoia. They spend so big. Yeah, you guys are really on this. It really makes me happy to see so many conscious people watching this and to see your comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and again, please hit the like button. It helps. I don't. I've had a bunch of you on here today, like a big wad of you come through here, and I don't see any likes. Come on, guys. Let's think of it. Think of the thumbs up as a thumbs up. Keir Starmer's ass, you know, of Ursula von der Leyen's tight fucking Belgian sphincter or whatever. No, I don't think she's Belgian. I think she's Dutch or some damn thing. I don't know. Who knows? She's maybe some demonic spawn from the other side of the ice wall. I mean, she kind of looks like it. Anyway, love you all and take care. And I will. I'm absolutely certain I'll be talking to you tomorrow because the shit just keeps rolling downhill. Love you. Goodbye.